Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Hurry!
Eckler now between the tackles. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. You're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Burton. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. But they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. Burton.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get...
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
They'll try and throw for it here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Niners extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
On first down, Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And Lance will try again on second down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On third down, Burton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got room. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run on first down. It puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Eckler, they run left side. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ready, break.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
Pushes him over. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off of play action, here's Lance.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they go. It's Rodriguez.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 3rd down, Burton. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Burton.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. He hits his target, Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 20-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Burton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
3rd and goal. Trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
And my goodness, another interception. There he goes right side. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the 49er hands team does its job. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Burton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Rodriguez. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, fans usually love to see.
Like the